the president, determined to win back his ex-wife, not only found a way to hire her at his company, but also secretly observed her during work hours. When he saw her eating nothing but steamed buns for lunch, he immediately ordered free meals from a 5-star restaurant for all employees, and specially arranged for her to receive Australian lobster. But that wasn't enough. He even showed concern for her daughter by installing a children's play area at the office, and when the girl fell ill, he covered all medical expenses. Proudly, he said that if the woman agreed to get back together with him, he would be happy to be the girl's stepfather. His co-workers, seeing him care for someone for the first time, couldn't help but gossip. No one knew that they'd been married 5 years earlier. But after the woman's family went bankrupt, her father took his own life by jumping off a building. Afraid of dragging the president into her problems, she divorced him without telling the truth. After he left, she picked up her wedding ring from the ground under the pouring rain, only to receive a call from the hospital informing her that she was 5 weeks pregnant. To avoid burdening the president any further, she chose to raise the child alone without telling him anything. One day, while shopping with her daughter, she saw in the news that the president had become the richest man in the country. She was happy for him, but had no desire to reconnect. However, at a school reunion, she discovered that he was also attending. Everyone tried to win the billionaire's favor, but one former classmate pulled out $3,000 and demanded that the woman kneel and serve her wine. She refused immediately, but the other woman, angered by the rejection, tried to humiliate her in front of everyone and ended up pushing her, causing her to fall into the president's arms. Everyone expected him to be furious, but he simply said that $3,000 was nothing amusingly, and offered $100,000 for the classmate to kneel and apologize. She was left in shock while the rest fell silent. The president then took the woman away, but just as they were leaving, her daughter called her. When the president overheard her saying, "My love," on the phone, he was instantly jealous. She tried to explain that she had a new boyfriend and hurried off. Moments later, she received a bank message about an unpaid debt. The next day, she went to an interview at a law firm in hopes of settling her debt, only to discover that the firm was owned by the president. Fearing humiliation, she deliberately tried to fail the interview, but he hired her on the spot. At work, he continued observing her. When he saw her again eating just steamed buns, he once more ordered food for everyone, and she again received Australian lobster. This made a jealous co-worker furious. At that moment, the woman's daughter arrived at the company. The malicious co-worker tried to use the situation to get her fired, but the girl sensed something was wrong and ran to find the president. Co-workers who witnessed the scene remarked that the girl looked a lot like him, sparking suspicion. The woman quickly claimed the child belonged to her ex-husband, but the girl stepped forward and said her mother was lying, that she had seen a photo of her real father, and then pulled out a cartoon drawing. Though this didn't fully convince the president, he ordered medical exams for all employees and their families. Alarmed, the woman faked an accident and switched the blood samples during a moment of distraction, successfully hiding the truth. Later, the president invited her to a gala, wanting her to regain the confident image she once had. He was captivated by her transformation and introduced her to everyone as the firm's new intern, praising her professional abilities and asking others to give her a chance. The malicious co-worker, burning with jealousy, sought revenge by having her friend's son bully the daughter, sparking a conflict between the kids. She used it as an excuse to have the woman fired. Just then, the woman returned to the office and immediately protected her daughter. The boy, emboldened by his mother's status as a manager, publicly insulted them and demanded the woman be fired. When she tried to discipline the boy, the manager and the jealous co-worker intervened, insisting she apologize or be dismissed. Thinking they had intimidated her, they were shocked when she declared that she had been personally hired by the president and turned to leave. Enraged, the co-worker ordered the guards to throw them out.